the client will report back to me more times than not. The lead will see the ads on Facebook. They'll search up the company on Google, but they'll fill out the form on Google. It will come in as a Google lead, but it originally started Facebook. And that's why I love to say that's the power when it comes to covering all bases when it comes to your marketing, when it comes to especially paid marketing as well, even though SEO is not paid marketing, but it definitely takes work to get there.
The only guarantee he has working with you or like doing anything, if he doesn't take action right now, 9 months later, he's going to be in the exact same spot he's in right now. So that's the guarantee he has. You are offering him the guarantee, but that's the guarantee he has. If he doesn't take action now, he's going to be in the same exact spot that he was in 9 months ago. And then guess what? He doesn't even know about it. 2 years have passed and then he's in the exact same spot, stuck, wondering what I'm going to do, like how exactly I'm going to grow.
I start their campaigns or been running for a while when it comes to Facebook marketing, and they finally decide to get their website done or finally get the SEO done. More times than not, the conversion of leads or just the mention it. A lot of times I'll get a notification that the client lands a job, and most of the time it will say website.
It's really common in the painting industry and even in the contracting spaces. When they are booked out for the next 2 months, right? They're going to stop investing in the marketing, and that's going to be bad for the long run. When they're booked out for the next 2 months, like they stop investing into the marketing. What's going to happen after the 2 months? They're going to be back to where they were at zero.
Some people do have the burden, or they do make this common mistake when they do rely solely on one channel, because if you have one bad month, everything goes out the window. You go from being booked out 2 months to now being only booked out 1 month, and now you're scrambling, and probably that month could be turned into 2 weeks. Welcome back, everyone. This is a show where we help painting companies grow, establish their brand, and book more jobs using proven marketing strategies. Today, we're talking with Jabber, the owner of Jabber Web Design, one of the most established web designers for painting companies. So if you're a painting business owner who wants to attract better clients and scale, this is the episode for you. So let's dive in. So in today's topic, we're going to be talking about Facebook ads or Facebook marketing powered with website design, website development, or SEO, and the power that it can hold when you have both of them set up together, whether it's directly with one company or two indirect companies like Jabber here and myself. The power of Facebook and website when it comes to your painting company can yield truly results when it comes to generating more leads or just converting more leads when it comes to it. So with that being said, Jabber, thank you for hopping on to this podcast. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm excited to have and dive into this conversation about why Facebook ads and SEO, or you can say website, is such a tremendous thing when done right for someone's painting business.
Absolutely, bro. I'm happy to be here and like share the value, and let's get into it, bro.
Perfect. So before we hopped on, you were telling me a little bit about how you had a client you recently just finished their website, and they just started running Facebook ads as well. And just tell everybody what you basically told me about the experience and the difference when it came to the conversion of everything. Not just total leads, but the conversion.
Okay, so here's the thing, bro. Like the Facebook ads and like even the website as well, all of these things, they're correlated, right? And like let's say somebody searches you up on like Google, and let's say like it's a referral, it came from somebody, like somebody referred you, anything, right? They search you up on like Google, they see the reviews. That's really important. And even the same with the Facebook ads, right? You're running Facebook ads, somebody might search up your company that, okay, the same like the ad seems good, but I want to see like what is their reputation, what are people actually talking about it, right? Not everyone that sees that is gonna convert right then and there, right? So that's why it's so important to have the reviews right, to have the website right as well. Like for example, like you mentioned, like one of my clients recently, we launched his website and he was actually running Facebook ads, right? And we actually saw that somebody mentioned, like when they reached out like through the website, they mentioned that I saw your ad on Facebook, right? And so you see how everything correlates. Having the right structure for the website as well, he was running Facebook ads, he got that lead through the website, right? So all of these things I would say are super important and correlate as well, because the Facebook ads, what's that going to do? It's going to drive traffic, right? And what's the website going to do? It's going to convert that traffic into more leads for you, so that way you have more appointments coming, right? So that's kind of an overview.
Okay. Yeah, from to tail off of that, my experience with anybody who I start their campaigns or been running for a while when it comes to Facebook marketing, and they finally decide to get their website done or finally get the SEO done, more times than not, the conversion of leads or just to mention it, a lot of times I'll get a notification that the client lands a job. And most of the time it will say website, but the client will report back to me more times than not. The lead will see the ads on Facebook. They'll search up the company on Google, but they'll fill out the form on Google. It will come in as a Google lead, but it originally started Facebook. And that's why I love to say that's the power when it comes to covering all bases when it comes to your marketing, when it comes to especially paid marketing as well, even though SEO is not paid marketing, but it definitely takes work to get there. And with that being said, why do you think these two platforms need to work together, or why do you think a painting company, because I believe this wholeheartedly, why a painting company could, if they are in the position to invest or to start SEO while they run Facebook ads at the same time, because of the results they can get when it comes to being, you can say, be more clinical, or the conversions of everything increases, because when you have both together, it makes your life a lot easier, because the biggest difference between the leads from Facebook or SEO or Google compared to your word of mouth lead is just trust. So if you're able to cover that, it's I like to say it's almost like a no-brainer for the position. But with that being said, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say for a painting company, if they combine both of these traffic channels, right? For example, the Facebook ads and then the SEO, that's gonna help them not only like get leads for like 1 or 2 months. That's gonna be really beneficial for the long term, right? What's Facebook ads gonna do? It's gonna create like more opportunities. It's gonna get more leads on demand, right? But what happens after like 3 months, 6 months? You stop running the ads, right? And if you have been doing SEO alongside that, guess what's going to happen? You're going to see results, not immediately. SEO is like going to the gym, right? You go to the gym for 3 months, you don't see any results, bro. Like you just keep lifting the weights,
True.
like, and it's like, when I gonna see some results, right? And it's not only like in the first 3 to 6 months you don't see any results, but you see the progress, right? And after the first 6 months, that's gonna be like, wow, you suddenly start seeing the results, and then it's gonna be like, wow, I can see the results, right? So that's gonna, if both of these channels combine, that's not only gonna be generating more demand, like on demand, but that's gonna help in the long run as well, right? So that's gonna be really helpful for a company, I would say, in the long run as well.
I agree. And one thing I have to say off of that is that the benefit of both is that you don't have to rely solely on one channel. And a lot of people fall victim on that when they are riding the high of Facebook results or riding the high of SEO results. There are seasons with both. How I see it, I feel like when it comes to Facebook, the best time to get results are before the peak season or right after the peak season. So July, August, I usually, more times than not, I do not see great results when it comes to conversions of leads, when it comes to the clients that I work with. But in the flip turn, Google turns out, at least in my experience, when I see all the notifications that come through, is that SEO really pops in May, June, July, and August. And then in turn, the slow seasons are December, January, even though that's also the slow season when it comes to results when it paid marketing. But some people do have the burden, or they do make this common mistake when they do rely solely on one channel, because if you have one bad month, everything goes out the window. You go from being booked out 2 months to now being only booked out 1 month, and now you're scrambling, and probably that month could be turned into 2 weeks. And now you start to scramble, and desperation is a real killer mentally when it comes to making decisions, not just for the short term, but especially for the long term. You start to make urgent or impulses just because you need work. So when you are riding the high, that's when the terminology of or not the terminology, or the mindset of reinvesting, not taking all that money that you made that 1 month that was so great, but where can you spread it around to maintain this momentum? Again, not just for the short term, but for the long term. So what common mistake have you seen with painting companies making when they only rely on Facebook, since you are on the website side of things?
So I will say like most of the time, like, and it's really common, right? It's really common in the painting industry and even in the contracting space as well, right? When they are booked out for the like, let's say you said the next 2 months, right? They are gonna stop investing in the marketing, and that's gonna be bad for the long run. So, and if they stop, like let's say for when they are booked out for the next 2 months, they stop investing into the marketing. What's gonna happen after the 2 months? They're gonna be back to where they were at zero, right? Now, instead, if they would have been like keep investing into like the Facebook ads and the SEO, what's gonna happen is when that, like let's say the peak season for the Facebook ad goes down and the peak season for the SEO starts, right? Both of these, they're correlated again. And also I've also seen this, like let's say you're running an ad on Facebook, they might follow you, they might not convert right there. And then after like let's say a couple of months, it's a peak season, right? They're gonna check out your Google, they're gonna check out your website, and then it turns out to be a website leads, right? So building a social profile as well, that's also I would say really important. And at the end of the day, I think so it's really important to make sure like why all of these things work together, because all of these things again they work hand in hand. The reputation on Google, that's gonna matter a lot, right? If somebody sees you on Facebook and they want to check you out on Google and you have like, let's say, only 5 reviews, right? And now on average, companies in your area have like 50 reviews, 100 reviews. It's going to be a lot less credibility, and it's going to be like they don't see the trust there, right? So that's what I have to think like about all of this you have said, bro.
I agree with that. I just had a conversation earlier today with a business owner where I actually spoke to him 9 months earlier. Back in, I think the date was January 27th. And back then, I didn't think he was a fit just because he wasn't in a place where he can handle, or you can say maybe be willing to commit when it comes to Facebook marketing. So I decided, hey, based off what you've told me, based off your goals, even though this has nothing to do with websites, because I didn't recommend him to get a website, is I basically told him to get some coaching. Just because long term, the coaching will be better. But 9 months later, he's in the same, pretty much the same spot he was before. And same, and I made the same recommendation that I did 9 months ago. I did it today. Say, hey man, clear. I'm gonna say this as with no disrespect, but it seems to me that you did not schedule the call with him, or you didn't speak to him, and you definitely did not join his program because you're in the same spot, and it seemed like the same chair he was outside his house talking to me. So I told him, this is your best bet. If your goal is to build a long-standing company, get some coaching, because then we want to enact Facebook marketing. Because I'm pretty sure you also didn't really even have a website. When you want to get that professional website, that's when you build that foundation for your painting business and you start to pour gas on it and try to start to build up with a website, with a Facebook profile or a social media presence. That's when you hit the skies. That's when you hit the limit. That's when you really start to see the momentum go for your painting business, is because you're doing it right. So I'm curious with that, since I had that experience today after 9 months with him. Have you seen
I would say
people?
like personally, bro, like I've seen these type of people, right? Like the 9 months, it's 9 months, right? That's close to an year, right? And that's a long time, right? And him not taking an action back then, he thought like maybe he needs some marketing, right? But instead, what he really needed was some coaching, right? He needed the right mindset to be able to grow, right? And if you don't have the right mindset, you can have the systems in place, they're not going to work, right? And if you have the right mindset, you don't have the systems in place, they're not going to work either, right? I spoke to Joel about this, and it's exactly what we're talking about right now, right? Inaction, that's going to cost him like he lost out on, I would say, like a lot of opportunities just by not doing anything for the previous 9 months, right? And now he's exactly in the same spot, and he's again asking the same questions. So I would say like mindset is a huge thing, and
Yeah.
with these type of business owners, it's really difficult to help them, because even if you give them the right guidance, the right blueprint, they're not willing to take it unless they see it themselves that okay, this is what we need, right? Because like you said, he wanted some marketing, right? But what he really needed was some coaching, some mindset guidance, right? And that's kind of like where he's at in the same sport, asking for the same thing.
Because pretty much what he kept telling me is that he needed basically almost like a guaranteed job. Like the leads have to be jobs almost. I'm like, yeah, you're just not the right fit. Because of course,
Okay, so
our goal
like
is to do that.
let me say this about this, bro. Like the guarantee, like the only guarantee he has working with you or like doing anything, if he doesn't take action right now, he's gonna be 9 months later, he's gonna be in the exact same spot
Exactly.
he's in right now. So that's the guarantee he has, right? Not you are offering him the guarantee, but that's the guarantee he has. If he doesn't take action now, he's gonna be in the same exact spot that he was in 9 months ago. And then guess what? It's he doesn't even know about it. 2 years have passed, and then he's in the exact same spot, stuck, wondering what I'm gonna do and how am I gonna like how exactly I'm gonna grow.
Exactly. Exactly. I hope he actually takes the action and takes all my recommendation, or even just schedules the darn meeting. But yeah, clearly he kept saying how he was like he put a lot of money into marketing or leads and stuff like that. He never got the return. So based off that, it's like red flag, flag on the player, however you want to put it. Hey man, go over here. This is what you should do for yourself because it will yield you to deal with those situations a lot better. Because of course we wish every lead was word of mouth. Even you and me, we wish people were everybody when you talk to is a referral because it's like they know you, they like you, they trust you, and they're much easier to also to work with because like they're ready to go full in. And that's the same thing for painting businesses when it comes to someone who already did their research and they talk to their cousin who got their house painted by you. It's like, oh, I want to go with you. Just what's the price again? Okay, sign, and then they go. Um, so of course, with that being said, I do want to ask you: have you experienced something like that? Someone who said no to you, or you were not willing to pitch them, or like, hey, let's do your website, and then a certain amount of time has passed, they come back to you, they're in the same exact spot, as nothing has changed, and they're asking again, and they schedule another call with you, and they're like, hey man, I really would like to get my website up, or really would like to get my website or SEO, and you're like, just has it ever been a time where that has happened, or has there been a time when you turned down somebody because they weren't a fit for basically what you have to offer?
Well, I would say like it's probably happened like couple of times, but again, like I've had people that like probably didn't want to like get the website done right away. And it was actually like one of the guys that I think so he's also working with you on Facebook ads, right? He said like he needs a website, but
Oh, okay.
he's gonna wait till the last year, okay? But guess what? Back then, if he would have like signed up, he wouldn't have been like first of all in the same place. That's because that's the most important part. But other than that, not only the website is gonna cost him the double the amount of investment, but he's gonna be still in the same spot, right? So now I get a lot of these companies, right? They're not ready to take action. And action is, I would say, like probably the most important part, right? Because it's almost like they don't believe in themselves to make it work for them, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. They don't believe the money that they're putting in or what is getting done for them. They don't think they're good enough to get that money back for them or at a higher rate or higher return. So, with that being said, um, what improvements have you seen when somebody has a lackluster website? When you come in, do your magic. What is the average? You can say whether it's increase in traffic, SEO traffic, or conversions or leads. However you want to put it. I'm not really informed when it comes to website metrics, stuff like that. I'll let you do it. But what difference has you make when you do have a high converting website installed or a better website that you had previous?
Okay, so
You're pulling up data right now.
sorry, what's that?
So you're pulling up numbers right now.
Yeah, just a minute. So I will
Come
say
with the
like bro,
proof.
like for this. Sorry, what's that?
So you're coming with the proof. That's good. That's how you
Yeah.
want to do it.
So the thing is, bro, like it all comes down to your reputation as well, right? Because if it's a company that has probably like one 5-star review or maybe like five-star reviews, that's probably the website is not going to be like help you first of all, right? What you really need to focus on is to getting more reviews, establishing the brand, right? Because people are even on the website, reviews are super important, right? And if you have only like 2-3 reviews, what are you going to showcase, right? So I would say like there's different stages to it as well, but with the right type of people, with the people that are willing to take the bet, that are willing to like go get it done, these type of people I would say like see the best results regardless of if I build them the website or if they do them like the ads or whatever. But like I'm checking my client's website right now that I just launched like quite recently, so I'm checking that right now. Okay, so I think so I launched it like probably, I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to check that, but I launched it like uh last month, right? And from the last month till now, he has gotten like 20 plus leads from the website, right?
What area of
And then
the country?
he mentioned that he's getting calls every single day, right? And the beauty about this is, bro, like what I like to do is like I personal brand the website, right? So it's not only like it's just a website. People come on there, people see that okay, this is a person that I'm gonna be talking to, right? And he literally mentioned this, right? He was doing a like an estimate, like he was doing an estimate to a lady in a house, and she was like, I've seen your website, it's so beautiful and it's so professional. And I would say like when people are like you are doing the estimate and people have already seen you on the website, they kind of give you like a celebrity treatment, right? Like I'm sure you run like Facebook video ads as well, right? And when people see somebody in a video in a Facebook ad, they're gonna be like, wow, I've seen you in the Facebook ad, that's so amazing, right? So they almost like trust you, they know you, and they're likely ready to work with you, right? And that's kind of like the thing with the website as well. The website, like most people, like how I see like some of the big agencies as well, like structure the websites, it's just not right. It's not there to build trust, it's just a website, it's just a structure, right? What we really need to put in there is to put the brand in there, is to put the like the owner
Just tell an
behind it, is the
individual.
team behind it. Absolutely, because at the end of the day, people like to do business with people they like, know, and trust. And if they can do that, they're going to be like, I need to call this company because I've seen their website, I've seen their Facebook ads, and it's like I already trust them, right? And like with like I'm telling you, bro, like he like my client literally told me the same website telling you about. He told me that a lady called me and she was like, I want to work with you just because I've seen your website. Just come over here and just let's get started, right? And that was just on the phone call. That wasn't even like he went out there to do the estimate, and then after that, that was his first interaction, that I've seen your website, I know you're the expert, I want to work with you. That's it. That's kind of like crazy how like it builds a lot of trust to the point where people are actually like willing to pay you for what you are really worth, right? Instead of like when you have like a website that's kind of like old, or maybe you use a template, that's not going to build any trust, bro. Like that's not going to show your brand, that's not going to represent what your company does, and that's not going to be like a good representation of your work, right? So if you're really the best, like I think so, I feel this a lot as well, and I say this as well. If you're a company that you're trying to grow, right, because you're trying to grow to a bigger like company, a mid-sized company, or maybe a larger scale company, you want to keep getting more projects, you want to have a nice team in place, guess what's the first thing you want to do? You are a smaller company, you want to show up as one, right? So when you show up as one on Facebook, on Google, on Instagram, and on the website as well, people are more likely to trust you, they're more likely to see that okay, this is a real human, I can trust him, and that's going to be like wow, you get more opportunities. So
I definitely take that same approach when it comes to Facebook ads. Anytime I meet with somebody new, the that potentially wants to work with me, the first thing I say is that my goal and mission is to sell you, because that is the best sell and it's the best way you can position yourself compared to somebody else. Especially since at the end of the day, it is just painting, exterior painting, interior painting, cabinet painting. There's nothing, of course. Let me scratch cabinet painting because that takes a lot of like effort and work into that. So interior and exterior painting is very simple when it comes to it. A lot of it difference is the prep and the care you do for the furniture and the walls and not getting things dirty. But what helps people sell is you, especially since with Facebook, you can get on video. You can't, I mean, you can have videos on your website, you can have pictures on your website, but at least with the videos and forcibly showing videos to people when it comes to paid advertising, it helps. And I had also at a time where somebody walked into a house and left with a check with no problem. They walked in and said, "Hey, no, I saw your entire social media. I'm ready to go." Happened a couple of times. I'm like, it's the biggest smile on your, it puts the biggest smile on your face, just because like that's why you put the effort in. It's because you get rewarded like that, because that's exactly how word of mouth is at the end of the day. That's how you get treated with word of mouth. That's why people want more word of mouth leads. Is because they walk in and walk out with a check 9 out of 10 times with no problem. That's the goal with marketing. That's the goal with having an established website, a very personable website, very personable advertising or brand when it comes to Facebook and Instagram. It helps you sell because, like you put it, people buy from the people they know, like, and trust. So get them to know, like, and trust you. So it's the biggest thing. Is probably the, if anybody checks out my social media, is that it's the thing I preach almost the most. It's just being, standing out, being different, showing who you are. And the people, I have turned down people. I don't know. I have turned down people. Like, one of my questions is like, well, are you willing to get on camera? If they say no, I'm like, hey man, we're not a fit. And I tell them why. Like, they understand why. They understand they have to get on camera, or the benefits of it. I'm like, dude, you want results? All I know is I don't want to be finger pointed at me because you're unwilling to get on camera, because it's gonna help you sell. I'm here for you. So if you're unwilling to get on camera, I understand. I don't blame you. It's nerve wracking. It's stressful, it's anxious. A lot of anxiety comes through. But like, I'll go work. I'll rather work with somebody in your area that's willing to get it, because I know we'll crush it. So, man, that
I
personal
actually
thing.
have something to show you based on that, bro. Like I have to show you this. I recently started doing this, right? And I don't actually have some results for this right now because I launched this website this week, right? So it's literally this week we launched this website. But I want to share this with you because so you saw this website, but what I really want to focus on, you see this video over here? If I click on that,
start Lomax is just a paint house. I started it because I got tired of watching real people with real skills get underpaid or undervalued.
so you see this video, like let's imagine you're a homeowner, you land on this page and you see this company has 110 plus reviews on Google, and wow, they are like family owned, locally run, and they're insured, they have amazing like work people. And then you see a video like this floating, right? And it's gonna scroll wherever you go, right? So I'm scrolling, the video is still there, right? So you see something like this, you're curious, you click on that, and it's a video of Lomax backstory, his journey, his about us, right? And when you see something like this, you're more likely to convert. You're gonna say like, wow, this is so amazing. His journey is amazing. And then you see a button right there to convert as well, right? And this is how it actually looks on mobile. So you can see this. It's actually standing out in the mobile, right? And this is something I started implementing right now. I'm gonna share results with you when I actually get some results. But we did this for like Lomex this week, and it's gonna be, I know it's gonna crush it because like it's the same principles of building trust. It's the same principle of showing up, putting yourself out there, and when people see like this, it's just taking the website to the next level as well. The same principles with the Facebook ads.
I would say I have yet to see anybody really do that on a website. So props to you. I hope he's running ads. He would benefit a lot if he's not. But either way, that is fantastic. It always depends on someone's situation, where they're at in their company, how much revenue they're doing, how many jobs they're doing, where are they at when it comes to for the short term or long term. But on average, somebody who doesn't have a website, or for some reason doesn't have a profile either, which one they rather do? Would they rather do a website, or would they rather go the Facebook route? And what do you personally think? Of course, it depends on where they at. Because if they're more established, if they have the jobs coming in, you want to go for the websites longer term. But if they're on the smaller side, it probably could be the opposite. But either way, what do you think when it comes to that? Depending on depending on the situation, we always have to put an asterisk on that. Facebook ads or website, when it comes to if they don't have either, which one should they do first? Because of course it also depends on the goals. But what do you think?
So let's say they don't have the Facebook ads either, and they don't have the website either, right? And again, like you said, it's going to be depending on their situation, what's their current situation, and where they want to be at, like 3 months, 6 months down the road, right? And if they can invest in both, I would say like definitely go with both, because again, website is going to be long run, and the Facebook ads, that's going to be like quick and short term. And I wouldn't say short term, but it would be like quick results, right? So if let's say they are not in a position to invest in both, and their goal is to get more jobs in their calendar for the next month, then I would probably prefer Facebook ads route, because that's going to get them the jobs quickly, right? But if they can invest in both, I would definitely say invest in both, because guess what? The website, if you
Best
start
of
running
both
ads on
worlds.
Facebook, if you start running ads on Facebook, you're going to see results with the website as well, just like we spoke like when we started this like episode, right? So again, if they're in a position to invest in both, invest in both. But if they have like the goals in mind, they want results quickly, and probably the Facebook ads is better option for you. And if you're willing to settle for both, then that's gonna like, I would say like, that's probably like marketing or steroids. Like that's
I
probably
agree.
what I can do.
I agree. That's exactly how I would have put it. Pretty much, it just depends on their goals. It depends if they want something quick or something long. Depends of how well they're doing, or are they booked out, or are they not booked out. It that all depends. It all depends on the goals. Because again, if you need something now, you want paid advertising because you're paying for it. You're trying to get the result now. If you want something for the long term, the website, the SEO is there for the long term. So hope anybody.
Here's what I will also say as well, because like most of these companies, when they start running the Facebook ads, they just see the results coming in and then they stop investing, right? And the problem with that as well is like, okay, you're let's say like the same example, you're booked out for the next 2 months, and you just stop marketing, like you just also like stop the Facebook ads, well, or maybe like don't even stop the Facebook ads, right? You're just like there, you're just gonna keep pouring money in until you keep getting money back, right? But what about the long run, right? That's not how you grow a company, right? When trying to grow, you need to think about both long term and what's going to happen for the next couple of months as well, right? So that's, I would say, is never stop investing, right? Even after the website is sorted out, even after the Facebook ads done, there are still other routes, right? Invest in like other things as well, like maybe coaching your team members, coaching about business, how to grow. There's a lot of things, right? And I would say like investing never stops, right? Because there's always levels to where you want to be at and where you are currently at, right?
Yeah.
So
Pretty much. But I hope anybody who just listened to that, if they're ever thinking about which one to go, you always gotta look yourself in the mirror. What is my goal? What is also the time of year as well? That also plays a factor into it. What is the time of year? What do I need now, and what can I maybe put off, or rather go for the longer play and have something for later, and pull the trigger. Just because the people who are running Facebook ads is looking for a website or a better website or SEO, or the people who do have a website and are doing SEO and looking for, I would say, a reliable Facebook marketing company. Just because as a website, you probably hear what goes on around in this world of marketing in the industry, where it's a lot of people not doing what they're supposed to do, and they're just talking. They talk, and then once it's time to get results, they don't get it. So people who do have a website SEO and they want someone who actually can deliver, who even have the right strategy to get results. The important thing is, if you could do both, do both. And we're not saying this because we want your money. We're saying this because we have the data to back it up. The people that I work with who do both, they convert more. The problem is that that's not the problem. The point is that they convert more, and we want you guys to convert more, because I'm going to do everything I can on the Facebook side to get you not just leads, but leads that convert. Jobber is going to get you going to create you the best possible website that meets your brand and what you want in line for now and for later. But again, if you could do both, it just makes everything a lot easier, because the whole business is very hard enough. The whole goal is that we want business to be as easy as possible. Get in front of the right people is simple as possible, as easy as possible, whether it's done with marketing or just somehow showing up in front of their face, whether it's a lawn sign or on damn Google, top three spots on Google. Either way, that being said, you have anything to chime what I just said? Because I think that's probably one of the best things. I think that's probably the perfect spot to leave it at. It's just that if you could do both, you can do both. You should.
I would like to add something, right? And it's again, it tracks back to what we spoke about, the guy that didn't take any action for the 9 months, right? And I would say, like, most people, they feel like they're skeptical. Like, let's say they feel like they see your stuff online and they feel like they're skeptical of working with you, that okay, you're not a reliable guy they can trust. And the same with me. Let's say they see my websites, they see my content, and they're skeptical about it, right? But the thing, maybe they're not really skeptical about working with us. Their self-belief that's gonna hold them back, right? And just by seeing the content that we have out there, like my websites, the websites that I post, the testimonials, and the same with you, right? You have some amazing testimonials, you have data to back it up, right? It's more about the self-belief and the mindset they have, right? So I would say getting the mindset right, first of all, is a really important thing. And when you have that, you're more open to investing in yourself and actually taking the business to the next level. And for that, I would say, like, remember your why. What is your why? Why did you start business in the first place? Why did you start painting in the first place, right? It's not like one day you got, like, I want to start painting some walls. That's not gonna happen, right? You need to remember your why. You need to remember your values, what's the company mission is, and keep investing, right? Because investing, that's going to take you a longer way for a shorter time. But if you're going to be like the guy that you mentioned, like, he didn't do anything for the 9 months and he's stuck in the same spot, right? I would say that's kind of a really bad spot to be in, because you feel like you are skeptical of all of these guys, but in reality, what you're skeptical of is believing in yourself, is taking the next step, and you're just trying to hold on that little amount of money you have, and that's not gonna benefit both of, like, that's not gonna benefit you speaking to us, or that's not gonna benefit, like, us, right? Because we are gonna try to get that point of view, and you're not gonna accept that, right? So that's what I have to say.
I hope you enjoyed this latest podcast with Jobber. It was a great one. I really had enjoyed. We got caught off at the very last second. So I hope you enjoyed all the value we were able to bring. Hope you were able to take any nuggets that you can use for your painting company. If you're on the verge or you're actually looking for someone to get your website done, I highly recommend Jobber. And I will put all his links in the descriptions so you can check him out and potentially even speak to him or even work with him. And also, if you're looking for Facebook marketing to help scale your painting company this year or this upcoming year, I have my link down in the description as well to schedule a call with me. Talk to me, and hopefully we can also help you as well. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed, hope you liked the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.